permission, and that's great. I think the more that we can get, I'd rather people see you guys doing it than be focused on me. I'm just gonna pretend like it's not there. I hope you do too. And I'll also give the reminder about how yoga, it's not about the stupid movements, right? That's something that the movements they don't have any kind of an innate intelligence to them, that these movements are tools, and that the tool is something that, depending on the mind state of the person who's using the tool, it can be harmful or it can be helpful. So when I give these cues about how to use the tool, basically just based on my own experience and how the movements have helped me, I'm trying to help you find ways to enliven or to activate a pose. And that's so that you can create more space in your body. But the breath is really the key. The breath is what's going to really help you have that sense of expansion, that sense of spaciousness. And then determining where you want to go in a pose is really going to depend on what your range of motion is, and then working to maintain it. So I'm not trying to blow past anything, and what my range of motion is going to look different, depending on my history as compared to someone else's history, and even from side to side, right? You guys know I came back from a shoulder injury last year, so my right side still looks very different from my left side, and I just have to work with what I'm feeling, that's all. So people will probably start to come in, and we'll just use that as a challenge to our focus, but given that it's time to start, we'll do as we always do and take a few moments just to ground and to settle, to arrive for our practice. So we can do that by feeling into the most dense parts of this body that we have, which is the physical body. Just beginning to feel your feet here on the floor. Notice that your body has arrived here. It's already in the present moment. And it just takes a little time for our minds to catch up. So that's okay, right? That's normal. Mind loves to jump around, be distracted, lots of thoughts that are happening. But you've got this inner awareness. You can start to steer that mind to where you want it to go. And right now, we're just bringing that awareness right down to the soles of the feet. And if you'd like, you could even sense into the balls of the feet right now. You could kind of press down through the balls of the feet, maybe lift the heels up off of the ground. So as you do that, maybe you'll feel some things that are activating in those glute muscles. You'll notice that your shins start to strengthen as you press down into your toes. And then go ahead and just float those heels back to the floor. And let's just do that a couple of times. So inhale, press down into the feet, lift the heels. Exhale, go ahead and lay that back down. One more time. Inhale, raising the heels up. And then exhale to lower it down. Good. Now let's just lift all 10 of our toes. See if we can kind of wiggle them around, maybe spread them out. Have a nice surface area there going through your feet. And as you set them back down, see if you can really begin to press down into all of those toes so that you feel grounded here, that you have a nice platform to work with. And then notice the cushion of the seat underneath your seat. See if you can press down a little bit through the bottom of the spine and start to elongate that spine so that we're already creating space in this body. As you press down, finding yourself planted there at the base of the spine, you'll feel a nice elongation up through the crown of the head. And we'll all take the shoulders up to the ears for a moment. Give them a good squeeze. If you want, open the mouth. Just let that drop down. One more time like that. Let's do it. Inhale, breathe in. And exhale, let it warmer than the temperature at the top of the hands, and we're just noticing these things, just trying to get a little more subtle with our focus as we continue to direct the mind to the present moment. And then right from here, let's touch into the back of the neck area. Take an inhale. As you exhale, drop that chin down towards your chest and stay here for a couple of breaths. So breathe in and breathe out. One more like that. Inhale and exhale. Take one more inhale here, and as you exhale, go ahead and roll that chin to look down at the right shoulder. Keep dropping that left shoulder down the back. And as you look down at the right shoulder, just imagine there's a lung right there on the left side of your neck. You're breathing some space right there, inhaling and exhale. Just release any tension you feel. On your next inhale, go ahead and bring that chin back down to the chest, and then go ahead and roll it over to the other side. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Deep inhales, full exhales. One more like that. Inhaling and exhaling. On the inhale, chin comes back down to the chest. We're going to go right back to where we were before, bringing it back to look down towards your right shoulder. Now this time, see if you can just float that left arm a little bit out to the side, maybe about a 45-degree angle with the palm facing down. And notice how that just activates a little different nooks and crannies there on the side of the neck. You could stay just like this, or we can incorporate some dynamic movement by rotating the palm towards the ceiling on the inhale. And as you exhale, you could float that palm down, maybe even turn it back a little bit, getting some mobility there in the shoulder joint. Good. Inhaling, rotating towards the sky. And exhale, nice, turn away. One more time to turn it up, thumb back. This time, as you exhale, you can turn it back and then see if you can bend at the elbow. Go ahead and slide that back of the hand behind the back. See if you can find a place where it can rest. Now we're opening up the left side of the chest. You could say just like this, or you could do a little experiment here where you start to turn the chin a little bit forward. So now my right ear is coming down towards my right shoulder, and I'm getting it to the side of the neck. Yeah, just go to the degree that it feels right. And just like that scientist, we're just observing what's happening. We're finding the place that we belong. When we find that place, taking some deep breaths in, some full breaths out. Good. Now, easily, again, starting to look down towards the right shoulder. We're going to take the chin to the chest. We're going to take the hand from the back, bring it down by the sides, and now, simultaneously, taking the chin and the arm up to the sky. We reach it nice and high. Let's take the right hand, bring it down by the side. Maybe you grab the side of the chair, not necessary. But reach that arm up to get a little bit longer, and then a side bend over towards the right. So remembering that now we've got an anchor here, our left hip is our anchor, our right fingertips are reaching away from that, and all that space along the left side of the ribs there. So breathe deeply in, and breathe fully out. On your next inhale, go ahead and bring that hand up to the sky. Now as you exhale, drop it down behind the back. See if you can finagle it, either the back of the head here, maybe the back of the shoulder blades, but we're trying to sit up as tall as we can, so just to the extent that it feels okay in that shoulder joint. Now if you want, you can take the opposite hand, you can bring it onto that elbow up there. Take another inhale as you extend long. As you exhale, we're coming back over to the right again. Nice side bend, incorporating the shoulder this time. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's take one more here. Inhale and exhale. exhale. Good. Now using a little side abdominal work, let's come back up to center. Easily release the hand that's on top. The hand behind the back comes back up to the sky. Reach it high. Now drop it onto the opposite thigh. Press down through the bottom of the spine. Turn from the rib cage over towards the right. Maybe the right hand comes behind the back, maybe not, but as we're here in this twist, we're going to press down through the tailbone, lift up through the crown of the head, inhale. As you exhale, look back over that right shoulder, find your twist. And remember, we're breathing from above the diaphragm, nice and deep. As you exhale, just rinsing out anything you don't want to take with you this following weekend here. Breathe in. And breathe out. We've got one last little movement here. You guys have done it before. Go ahead and reach that right arm straight out from the shoulder. Palm faces up like we're reaching for something good. Now come swooping overhead, keeping the right hip down as your anchor this time. Right fingertips reach overhead, and we find ourselves in a twist in a little zigzag shape. So a bit uncomfortable. These things happen in life. Can we breathe through it when we're in this twisted up position? Deep inhale, full exhale. All right, hand coming back to the sky. Let's unwind nice and slowly, no hurries here. Hands come on to the thighs. Let's all roll the shoulders up to the ears. Give them a good squeeze. Open the mouth, let it go. One more like this, no shame in yoga. Breathe in. And release. Good. Inhale. Exhale, chin to chest. Take that look over to the left shoulder this time. Staying there. Let's all flip the right arm out to the side. Leaving that hand as it is, or doing that dynamic stretching by turning the palm towards the ceiling on the inhale. And then back and away from you as you exhale. Again, inhale, turn the palm up, and then exhale, press it back and away. One more time, turning it towards the sky, and then this time as you turn it back, and you bring it behind the back for that little slide. Find a place for that back of the hand to land, and then easily, just like you're trying to figure out where you belong, no assuming, begin to turn that chin forward so that the left ear drops more towards the shoulder and you feel a stretch in the side of the neck. Breathe in deeply, inhaling and exhale. Give it another there, inhaling and exhaling. Now we'll begin to turn our nose back towards the collarbone. We'll release that hand from behind the back as the chin comes to the chest. And then as you're ready, bringing that right arm up to the sky. Reach it high, maybe grabbing the bottom of the chair with the opposite hand. Let's elongate once more on this inhale. And then that lateral side bend over towards the left. If you went the opposite way last time, no problem. We'll meet you back in neutral. Breathe deep. And remember that anchor. So our right hip is down, left fingertips reach over, chest is open. After your next exhale, come on back up on the inhale and then drop that hand behind the back. See if you can finagle it back there. Try to use the back of your head maybe to open up that chest, that shoulder, and then you can take the left arm, swim it up to the sky, maybe grab onto that elbow if it's available, and if not, just fake it, it's the same darn thing. And then go ahead and take that bend over to the left, root down with the right hip, breathe nice and deep, doing great there. Right, we just work with what we got. Any little bit you choose should nourish you, so whatever you want on this buffet, otherwise leave it alone, no big deal. If you're ready, come on back up to center. We can release the top hand. We'll take that other hand up to the sky, and then you know where we're going, onto the opposite thigh. Go ahead and turn from that rib cage towards the left. Bring the left hand behind the chair if you'd like. Root down as you rise through the crown of the head and then look back over that shoulder. Take some breaths, inhaling and exhaling. One more in and out. Last movement here, going for the zigzag, reaching that left palm out and away from you. Come swooping over that ear in this shape. Can we keep breathing deep? Don't lose that. One more, inhale. Exhale to find your reach. And then coming back up on the inhale, turning that body forward, bringing the hands onto the thighs, and then right away, let's heel toe, those feet out into our horse stance or a little squat here. As you're ready, take that right forearm, let's bring it onto the right thigh. You could start by bringing your left hand to your left hip, and just opening up the chest, maybe using this bottom forearm for some leverage, and then side angle pose. Left arm comes up to the sky, palm faces forward. Find as much space as you can here, and then if you want to go for extended side angle, you turn the palm towards the ear. You reach away from that opposite hip, opposite foot. And you could look up for a little neck strength there. If that's too painful for you, it doesn't feel right, you could look forward, you can always look down. Otherwise, kind of looking where the energy is going, reaching away, finding all that length, that strength in the body. Breathe deep. Give it one last movement there. And then turn that whole chest parallel to the thigh. So we're looking down at the floor. Now I'm reaching across the body. Open up that palm. Spread all the fingers wide. Expand. Now that good grip strength. Everybody squeeze those fingers in. Give it a strong forearm. Squeeze as hard as you can. One more round. Open up the fingers. Stretch it out. And then squeeze it all in. We're utilizing every single joint in that hand. Now just release the thumb out. One finger at a time. Let's start to open. Pointer, index, ring, all the way open palm. Coming back in reverse, take the pinky in, the ring, the middle, the index, landing at the thumb. One more time. One finger, index, middle, ring, pinky, wide open, and then coming back. Pinky, ring, middle, index, to the thumb. And then just drop that arm down. Let it hang, let gravity do some work, maybe some figure eights there. And then take that left hand, bring it inside the opposite thigh. Use it to help you come on up. We're gonna heel toe, those knees back to parallel. Everybody take their hands, make a little fist there, come in between the thighs, and if you're ready for some strength training, start to squeeze. Keep squeezing as hard as you can. We're going for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it, hands onto the lap. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Come to the outside of the thighs. Press inward as you squeeze outward. A little tug of war here. Keep going with all your strength for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it out. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Let's heel toe those knees back open. Take your left forearm, bring it to the left thigh now. Right hand to the right hip, open up that chest, and then if you're ready, right hand comes up to the sky, palm faces forward. Remember, you could stay like this, or you could turn that palm towards the ear. Start to reach away. And we're keeping that heart open as much as possible, trying to kind of rotate that rib cage a little bit towards the sky. And then as much length as you can make between that right foot and those right fingertips is what we're looking for. Use your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Now everyone's going to face that left thigh. We're going to reach across with the right arm, reaching away. Now expand that palm, make it wide open, and then squeeze all the fingers in. Good grip strength there. Let's open again, whole palm, and then squeeze it all in really tight. Now just release the thumb out to the side, and here we go. One finger at a time, working all of those little joints in the hand. Our hand dexterity is so important. Coming back the opposite way, pinky, ring, middle, index to the thumb. Let's go for one more round, one finger at a time, opening it up, and then coming back, one finger. Good. Once we get there, let's drop it down. Let that arm just dangle, make it feel good. And then coming back over, we'll press ourselves up. Heel toe, your way back to parallel, and right away, let's go for our next round. Make that fist, come in between the knees, squeeze as hard as you can for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release that. Big breath in. Full breath out. Hands on the opposite of the knees. Remember, it's your intention that you put into it is what you get out of it. So tug of war there is you open up and you press together. Breathe nice and deep. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1. Let it go. Breathe in and breathe out. All right, let's take the right foot. Bring it straight out in front of you. Stretch that calf. We're strengthening the shins. We're trying to keep that knee, that ankle, and hip in good alignment. Excellent. Feel your quadricep muscles turn on, and then we'll point those toes. Stretch the top of the feet. Get long. One more time. How about a flex? And then a point. And then let's roll that ankle joint around. Nice fluid movement. If you hear that snap, crackle, pop, don't worry, you're not broken. We just want that fluid working in that joint. And then we'll go the opposite direction. Say good morning to every part of this bodily chain. And then a little hinge action to work with that knee joint. So go ahead and hinge it. If you want, you can maintain a hover for some more strengthening of the muscles, and then press that heel. And then coming in on the inhale and pressing it forward as you exhale. Come on in and press it out. Come on in and press it out. This time we're going to come on in and we're going to take it out to the side. And then come in and open. Let's close it and open and close and open. Now stay open, leave it here. If you want, you can bring your left arm out to the side like an airplane wing. Maybe press that right foot out to the side as well. You can open up the opposite arm. Feel the strength kicking in those hip flexor muscles. Breathe through it. Inhale. And then exhale. Let it all go. Right away. Let's smooth it out a little bit. Take your hands and release them underneath the right thigh. Make some circles. That largest joint in our body. We want to keep that one nice and mobile. Feeling good. We'll take it the other way around. And after strengthening those hip flexors, let's stretch them a little bit. So take your hands right at the top of the shin, interlace. Go ahead and wrap around your back for this one, it's okay. You'll get a nice stretch in the back of the shoulder blades as you bring your knee toward your nose. And breathe into what you're feeling. Maybe imagining someone who really loves and supports you, just giving you a nice pat on the back right now as you breathe into this nice stretch. And while we're in the neighborhood, we'll touch our core. So go ahead and drop that knee down a bit. Go ahead and straighten out through that spine. Remember, you could stay just like this, working on keeping that spine tall. Or if you want, you can take the right arm out to the right like an airplane wing. Maybe the left arm to follow. And without leaning back, can you take that foot forward? Feel that strength. Last little bit. It's an L for love. Breathe in for 3, 2, and 1, and then go ahead and take it down. We'll do a little windshield wiper. So scoot up in your chair, take the knees back and forth, rinse it out. Well done. All right, come on back in. Let's get that left leg cooking. So press that heel forward. Feel that strength. Just notice what becomes engaged. Notice how all of these different places are activating, all connected. So all parts, we want them all firing on all cylinders so that this whole bodily chain is doing what it needs to do for us. Let's take those toes, point them forward. Now feel the stretch at the top of the foot, but other muscles get activated. One more time, let's flex. And then point. And then the ankle joint. Round in one direction. And reverse. Good. Now moving to the next joint, our knee. Let's hinge it. And press. And hinge. And press. Hinge. Remember, when we press, we want to try to get nice and straight. And hinge and press. Now this time we're going to hinge it in and open it wide. Take it back and open. Again, in and out. And in and out. We're going to leave it there. Right arm can come out to the side. Press that heel out. Maybe take that opposite arm and then see if you can keep that spine straight into the center, not leaning to one side. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, let it go. And then underneath that thigh, let's roll it out. And then the opposite direction. Good. Now, hip flexor, so come onto the top of that shin. Go ahead and draw that knee in towards the nose, round the back. Another opportunity here. Just feel into the back of that heart space. Give yourself some congratulations for showing up this morning. Another opportunity to touch our back muscles and our abdominals by lowering that knee down a little bit, sitting up nice and tall, staying just like this, or if you like, right arm, left arm out to the left, followed by the right. Sit up a little bit taller, maybe kick that foot forward, lift both arms to the sky, and then make sure you're breathing deep and full. 3, 2, 1, let it go. Little rinse here. Good. All right, so taking our seat back in our chair, let's take the arms out in front of us. So we'll work towards standing here. Everybody take a big inhale through the nose. When you exhale, hands are going to come up. We'll come up to the sky. Maybe spread the fingers nice and wide. And then bring those arms right back out in front of you. See if we can come down for a little squat here without touching down to the chair. And then stand up. We'll do it 4 more times. Come on down. And then stand up. Press into those heels. You got it. Come on down. And then stand up. Again. And stand. I think I lost count. We're going for one more just in case. That was a happy camper. We got it. All right. Let's all come to downward facing dog, shall we? So, we'll use the back of the chair here. And we're going to give ourselves a nice spinal adjustment. So walk those feet back. Keep the heels in line with the hips if we can. Right? Ears are going to be in between the biceps. And we're going to pretend like someone's got a hook in our tailbone. They're just lifting us up and back. And we start to make space between those vertebrae back there. You can have as much bend in the knees as you like. Or if you're looking for a little more in those hamstrings, just start to straighten out those knees. Whatever you do, make sure that breath is still full. Keep that mind focused on what you're doing and breathing in and breathing out. One more here, in and out. Now everybody's just going to step a couple of inches forward with the feet here. I want you to put a generous bend into the right knee and take your left hand and move it over on top of your right hand. And then press your left hip back. So keeping the left leg moving towards straight, bending into the right knee. You're going to feel this all along the left side of the body. Good. Now take that left hand back to the other side of the chair. Switch legs. So generous bend in the left knee now. Right hip presses up and back. And the right hand can come over to the left. So now you're getting all that distance between the right hip and the right fingertips. Good. Right hand can return where it was. Maybe straighten it out for one more downward facing dog. Maybe walk those feet back a little bit further. Go ahead and take both hips, lift them up and back. And then walk your way to the chair. Good. Let's everybody stand up onto those tiptoes from here. We're getting a little strengthen our calves, reach them high, and then lower those heels back down. Again, like that. Inhale, press up, and exhale, lower. This time, a little arm movement to go with. So right arm reaches towards the sky, get nice and tall, and then lower that right arm back down. Left arm this time, lengthen it up, and then bring it down. Right arm again, come on high. Now stay here, keep pressing down through those toes. Maybe just for a moment, we lift that bottom hand up off of the chair. You can bring it to the height that you want. Looking for a focal point on the ground that you can make contact with. And then lengthen up, lengthen away. And remember, all about the effort, not the acquisition. So don't worry what it looks like. Just practice that balance. Give it one more inhale wherever you're at. And then exhale, let it go. Right away, let's come up with the left hand to the sky, and then a little fearlessness, taking those fingers up off the chair, breathing in and breathing out. If you want to start to raise that arm up high, breathe deep, focus the mind. One more inhale, and exhale, let it go. Go ahead and walk it out a little bit. Yeah, feel those calves. All right, let's do some tandem balancing. So let's come to the right side of the chair here. chair for some support. The right heel is going to come right onto the front of that, the second toe could be maybe in between the big toe and the second toe of the back foot, but the feet are in tandem, like we're walking a tightrope. And a little bit of, we don't want to lock out our knee joints, so a little bit of bend in the knee, and then just see how much surface area of your feet that you can utilize, because the more surface area you have, the better off you'll be. And then, you guys are familiar with this one. So we take our right hand to the heart space. Then we find the focal point. So, perfect floor for it. Just find one spot that you can lock in with your eyes, and then perhaps bringing the hands together at the space of the heart. So here's our first step of trying to practice some balance. And if you feel like things are feeling pretty good today, you want to go to the next level, I would recommend changing the gaze. So looking forward, maybe looking towards the horizon, and then seeing how that changes the stability and just working with that. Remembering that we want to work our edges here, so we turn all those little muscles on in the legs to kind of help us stabilize. Now, if this is feeling good for you and you want to go to the next level, you'll close your eyes. Really upping the ante here, all the time. This makes a big shift. However, that's good. We want to use these opportunities to build this muscle. It's called calmness. Right, we want to work that. Can we keep the breath smooth? Can we keep the mind even keeled, not be reactive, even if we're falling all over the place? And just take a couple more moments here to practice. And then go ahead and break with that. Let it go. Walk it out. Good. All right, let's do some other things here while we're in the neighborhood. Let's work on making our left leg our standing leg. So everybody knows now how important that big toe is. See if you can kind of lift it up, move it away, make some space, feel some grounded here. And then begin to shift your weight. Start to come onto that left foot, hover the right. Now from here, start to bring that knee up towards the chest. And as soon as you do that, you're probably going to lean to one side or lean back. So find the strength in that standing leg, press down into it. Then you could stay just like this, or you could bring that knee out to the side. Coming like this, seeing if you can stand up tall, and then maybe you bring one hand to the heart here. Maybe another hand comes to the heart. And then can you still feel that left big toe staying grounded, or is it peeling up off the floor? See if you can press it down. Maybe you start to press the heel. Re-ground through that left big toe. Take one more inhale there. And then exhale, set that down, take the toes. Come back in a semicircle, come onto the ball of the foot and look at that hip. Yeah, you'll get that little stretch on your left hip by placing the right foot back behind you. Yeah. One more here, just get that stretch. All right, let's release it. Now we're gonna switch legs, but stay on this side of the chair. So right leg's gonna become the standing leg. Lift and spread those toes. Shift the weight onto the right foot. Take your right hand onto your hip for right now. And go ahead and start to bring that knee up towards your chest. Good. Now, a couple of options here. So you can take your right hand to the outer left knee, and you could twist your upper body towards the chair. Now you could stay just like this, or if you'd like, you could start to press that left heel forward, re-ground through the right big toe, lift the crown of the head, and then if you want to up the ante, you could fearlessly start to take that left arm back towards the back. Maybe look at it. Don't worry about what it looks like. We're just practicing being calm. Give it another breath there. And then exhale, coming back out for the release. Let it go. Good. Come on to the other side. Tandem balancing over here. So let's take that left heel, right smack in front of that second toe. And then a little, remember we want a little give in those knees. Find some stabilization. Left hand to the heart space. Finding your focal point here. Lots of little marks you could look at. Choose one of them. And then hands to prayer. And the best part about this, you really can't be thinking about other things when you're trying to balance. So for that reason alone, just helping you let go of that rat race is automatically going to be healing. And then this opportunity for balance practice, knowing that so many people that I know have taken some major falls lately, and recovering from that is quite difficult. So if they even have the opportunity. So you're literally working on saving your life right now. If you feel okay and you want to change the gaze, you can look forward or towards the horizon. And if that feels easy for you, you can close your eyes. Breathing. And then let it go. All right. Finishing off on this side. So now our standing leg is going to be the right leg, and you're going to bring the left knee up towards the chest here. Hands can come to the hip. And then from here, perhaps opening that knee, so we're getting into the external rotation of that hip joint. Now, as soon as I do that, kind of want to recalibrate, and what I want to try to do is to re-ground through that right big toe. Lifting up the crown of the head, making sure the spine is long, and then from here, you want to bring that foot out. If you want to open up one arm to the side, lots of different variations. Maybe both, right, up, there we go, little wobble, little shake, don't forget to smile, breathe deep, we all do it, inhale, and then exhale. Take that toe, let's bring it back behind. So what happens is we're going to look towards the chair or towards the right hip, we're going to take the left foot in a semicircle behind the right. Yeah, good job. It feels like a nice stretch for that hip. And then release that. Come on to the left leg being the standing leg now, hand to the hip. We'll take the right knee up towards the chest, flex that foot, and then you've got those options. So the left hand can come to the outer right knee. Turn your upper body towards the right now. Re-ground through that standing foot. And then if you want, you can press that foot out straight. You can reach that right arm behind you. Perfect. Can we fall with calmness? Can we do it without berating ourselves? That's the practice right there. Breathe deep. And then slowly start to release and let it go. All right. I need a time check here. Let's see. Okay, good. Let's move to some sun salutations, shall we? All right. So we're going to get the chair out of the way for me. But remember, you can always have it nearby if you would like. So let's start standing mountain pose. Palms face forward, shoulders down the back. We find our stance. Come back to being grounded here in the present moment. Let's all take those shoulders up to the ears together. Give them a good squeeze in. Hold the breath at the top. And then exhale, open the mouth. Let it go. Okay. On an inhale, bring both of your arms up to the sky. Reach it high. Now as you exhale, twist the upper body open to the right. On an inhale, come on back up to the sky. As you exhale, twist that body towards the left. Now inhale, arms raise high. As you exhale, bend the elbows, cactus those arms. Take an inhale here. Now do a chest press. Bring those palms together. Inhale again, open them back up. As you exhale, it's a forward fold. So head comes down. You can use your fingertips for some support. Let that head be heavy. Then on an inhale from here, fingertips to the shins or even to the thighs. You want to make as much space between your tailbone and your brainstem as possible. We call it a half flat back. From here, drop that heavy head, come back to forward fold. Now strong movement, press down through both feet, reach and rise, come all the way up to the sky. When you get there, palms connect. We come to the heart space and then interlace and press the palms forward to round the back. On an inhale, raise those palms to the sky, get tall. As you exhale, clear the space, let it go. Now take the shoulders, roll them to the ears, breathe in, and then open the mouth, release. Good. So that's our dress rehearsal. We're gonna do 3 of them. You guys know the movements, kind of like an advanced game assignment says. You just follow along, you make them your own, but really the goal is to try. You don't have to breathe with me. You can try to breathe with me, but I want you to try to match the length of the breath to the length of the movement, and that's what will make it moving meditation. So if you're ready, here we go. Round 1. On an inhale, rise it up. As you exhale, twist it right. Inhale to the sky. Exhale to the left. On an inhale, both arms high. As you exhale, cactus it out. Take an inhale here. Now press those forearms together. Come on back, open inhale. Exhale to your forward fold. Half flat back, inhale. Exhale, drop the head. Press and rise to the sky. Palms connect at the top. When you exhale, you come down to the heart and then press and release forward. Inhale, back to the top, we rise. Exhale to clear the slate. Shoulders come up, inhale. Exhale, let it go. Take another couple breaths here. Even it out. And then we're just going to refine it. So it's like a yogic version of Tai Chi. Doesn't take any more strength or flexibility more than what you already have. Second round, here we go. Inhale, breathe it in. Exhale, twist it right. Inhale to the sky. Exhale to the left. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, elbows bend. Staying here, inhale. Use those chest muscles, press. Open it back up, inhale. Now come on down, forward fold. Take that half flat back to extend, and then drop that head again. Now press down through the feet, reach and rise, palms touch. Come down the center line, and then interlace and press. Back to the sky as you inhale. Exhale, let it all go. Breathe in. and shoulders roll. Open the mouth, let it go. And then just notice everything has this residue or effects in our body. So we're just kind of shedding these layers of tension and stagnation, just peeling them off. So not about changing ourselves, right? You just want to walk out of here feeling more lighter, more spacious, like more of a version of you that is recognizable without all the clutter and stuckness and stickiness on top. That is my goal for you. Give me the thumbs up or the thumbs down on the way out. We'll know whether we should do this one again. All right, if you're ready. Last round. Here we go. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, twist right. Come back to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, left side. Take it to the top. Bend those elbows. Breathe nice and deep. Chest press. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale to forward fold. Half flat back, extend it long. Exhale, drop it again. Now press and rise to the sky, palms touch. As you exhale, center line and then press it away. Come back to the sky on the inhale, breathe deep. Exhale, clear it all out. Take those shoulders, roll them up. Exhale, release them low. Good. All right. While we're here, we're in this stance. Let's just go a couple inches wider. Bring your arms down by your sides. Imagine like you've got these empty coat sleeves, and let's just do a little twisting. Just in case there's anything else we gotta rinse away, we'll just take this little rinse cycle, we'll turn it up. Maybe you do a little tapping back there of the kidneys. Our liver and kidneys, such intelligence. Our whole body has so much intelligence, but this system of being able to flush out those toxins, keeping things stimulated and healthy, and just bring your mind's intention to all of that, anything you want to let go. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then settling it all down, back to stillness. Maybe bringing those feet back to mountain pose, finding your best posture. Let's place one hand on the belly, another hand on the heart. And then remember, this is something that you can do any time that you get worked up during the day. So if things start to get really frustrating, you're feeling irritated, angry, you can just take a moment wherever you're at. You can feel the feet on the ground. You can place your hands on your body to brace yourself. So there's 4 steps. Feet on the ground, hand on the body. Number 3 is to say something kind to yourself, and preferably in an I am statement. So I am love, I am peace, I am joy, I am gratitude, compassion, any of those benevolent qualities. Right now, placing it in that I am statement. And the very last thing would be to take that big deep breath through the nose. Open the mouth and let it go. So we'll go through that one more time. Feel your feet on the ground. You got your hands on your body here to brace yourself. Go through that I am statement. And then that deep breath. Breathe in. Open the mouth, let it go. Good. Have a seat. By their side. On an inhale, go ahead and launch that arm, come all the way up to the sky. And as you exhale, go ahead and float it back down. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, raise it up. And exhale, float it down. 1 more like that. Inhale. And exhale. And reverse it. So the arm's gonna come back and up, forward and up, and then back and down. Number 2. And down and back. Last one here, bring it up, and then float it down. Now, arm comes out to the side all the way, open, and then exhale, bring it to the opposite shoulder. Again, open it wide, and then bring it on over. One more time, open, and then bring it on over, leave it there, take the opposite hand, bring it to the opposite shoulder. From here, it's optional as always. You could take the right leg, you could cross it over on top of the left leg, squeezing your inner thighs, and then lift the elbows, and then come on in, hug everything together, again touching that lymphatic system here. So as we squeeze the inner thighs, we've got glands there. We squeeze the chin into the chest. We've got our thyroid gland there. Maybe you even swallow a couple of times just to stimulate that thyroid, activating our metabolism, helping regulate our blood sugar levels. One last little squeeze. And then slowly start to unfurl the hands, unfurl the feet, maybe a little rinse out there if you'd like. And we'll finish up with the other side. So drop the left hand down by the side, and on an inhale, go ahead and circle it to the sky. As you exhale, roll it down. Again, nice smooth movements, breathing in and breathing out. One more in this direction, inhale. And exhale, and then let's reverse it. Coming forward and up on the inhale, down and back as you exhale. Again, reaching it up, and exhaling it down, making that space in the body as you use the breath. And then bring it on down. Now open that arm wide on the inhale. Go ahead and cross it over, exhale. Inhale again, and exhale over. One more in, and exhale. Leave it there. Other hand on top. Opposite leg. Left leg comes over this time. Do your best to squeeze it out. Lift the elbows, and then hug yourself. Thank you. Carving this time out to take care of your body. More importantly even than that, it's training your mind so that it's not leading you around like a puppet on a string all day, remembering that this is where power yoga comes from. It's where my teacher purposefully came up with the words so that you can take your power back, so that you can tether your mind to where you want it to go, and then you are able to notice and hear the teacher in the stillness, in the silence. Breathe in and breathe out. Nice and easily start to unfurl that. Go ahead and give it a little rinse. And then come into our seated mountain pose from here. So you can let go of the deep breathing. You no longer need that. Hopefully, mind started to focus a bit more. You find a nice comfortable seat for yourself. You come back to where we started of just feeling your feet on the ground here. Allowing the shoulders to relax down the back. Remembering that if it's not comfortable to close your eyes, you could just look down, find a spot to gaze, but soften the eyes, soften the jaw, soften the shoulders. Just let the whole face relax here. Try to allow the muscles to relax in the body, even as you are working on sitting upright. Without any rigidity, just a nice, comfortable seated position. And for this last minute of class, just a bit of meditation here where we're really focusing on training that mind. So can you bring your awareness to the space of your heart right now? breathing, as you inhale, the movement of the chest rising, and when you exhale, naturally just noticing the chest fall. And I want you to keep your awareness right here on the rise and fall of the chest, just an observation. You might get maybe one full breath before that mind begins to jump to something. That's okay, just as soon as you notice, just bring that awareness right back to the rise and the fall of the chest. This is the work. It might seem simple, but it's really powerful. That heartbeat begins to slow down, start to train that mind where you want it to go. And as you practice this, this is the yoga, you'll begin to notice that in your life, you're beginning to train your mind. And that's where it really matters. That's why we do this. Be able to have power back in our lives, to be able to stay calm in difficult moments, so that we don't hurt ourselves with the stress that's poisoning us. So let's seal all of this in by taking the hands to prayer at the space of the heart, a little bow of the chin in reverence to the yogis that helped to pass this down, to ourselves for being here. And then we'll move those thumbs to the third eye space for clarity of thought. Bringing the fingers to the lips for kindness in our speech to ourselves and each other. And then back to the space of the heart, consistency of action where it really matters. And we allow this practice to help guide us in what we think, say, and do. Thank you all so much for being here, for your practice. Look forward to seeing you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste.